swept by the Sonics, and now they're going to have to play another series to try and qualify for next week.
And it's going to be a tough one as well because they're absolutely right. This is certainly a coin flip. Magic Bear and Percy, specifically the two players on Alpine that I'm looking for to have an awesome day, but they're absolutely right. Pittsburgh Knights on the big uptick. The only way to find out who wins is to play the games, and I'm glad we're underway.
We got the Pittsburgh Knights in the orange, along with the pine in the blue. See them going a best of 5 here. That was Alpine Esports' first Game 5 of the new RLCS format as Jordan dribbles the absolute daylights out of him for goal number 1.
All right, forget Magic Bear and Percy. It's Jordan's day today.
Skirt, skirt. Let's go.
He got him. That was gross. That's a great figure S.
4:25 on the clock. And the fireworks are already going off. Jordan up for this one. Kinsey will beat him to it and onto the backboard. Magic Bear puts it high, but this is dangerous. It's going to drop straight down in front of the box. He's able to recover off the backboard and get that second touch to clear it away. ZPS in the midfield trying to hold onto this ball by himself. Jordan will come in to take over. Now Kinsey out of that corner. Percy, 2 touches over 1. Now looks for a bump. ZPS has got him. Kinsey on the back of shoulder shot there. What a save. Magic Bear gets it away. Now Jordan a dribble under another one. He's got Percy to work with. Can he bamboozle some more of them? Percy looks for the bumps on ZPS. Magic Bear doesn't have a shot. Now Percy through the air, beaten by Rodoko. We'll see the Knights advance on the offense for just a moment. The counter clear strong, and Percy out of the corner looks for the shot. Kinsey is right on this to money. He gets that block.
Well, Alpine definitely coming out swinging here, and that's a nice try from Jordan actually to delay the transition here for Pittsburgh Knights, but that's a real nice trap from Rodoko, and I think a much-needed carry to at least get everyone to reset and maybe force Alpine to give them the ball back.
Long shot, defended by Kinsey again. Magic Bear loses the challenge on the wall. Percy in to push it. ZPS all the way back into the corner. Jordan now. Through one, Percy to trap alongside Magic Bear. ZPS a long way down the field. Rodoko stretches it to the box. Percy's got it away, getting challenged by Kinsey now. Magic Bear through one. Jordan to the corner. Here's ZPS with a shot towards the goal. Percy is he's on the wall. The shot was just a bit wide. They'll find a clear back to midfield. Now Jordan stretch it to the enemy box.
Oh dear.
No immediate follow-up here as Percy found the bounce, but 3 goalies. Not a lot of solid shooting lanes.
And a lot of off-ball pressure as well for Alpine. Not hesitating at all to go for those demo plays. Pittsburgh Knights trying to do the same thing with Kinsey putting pressure on Jordan, but he gets his hands on another dribble. And Alpine definitely having it work for the pressure, but overall I think they're the ones definitely controlling pace of play. It's Pittsburgh Knights trying to fight back and just get possession in general.
Magic Bear into the corner. Double demolition in the midfield. Magic Bear's shot barely deflected. Kinsey gets it away and now looks for a counterattack. The teams need to reset after the demolitions. Jordan gets this one a long way into the orange. Rodoko back to midfield. Here's Percy. Pushes it to the corner. A cover up from Kinsey. Percy pushes it back out to Magic Bear. Jordan rotating out as well. Only one player moving forward here for Alpine. They're keeping this ball in the corner. Kinsey will try to get it out. Gets it past one in the midfield. A nice 1v1 challenge. Now looking for 2. He'll go for a bump on the goalie. Doesn't come up with anything. Magic Bear will gonna push it out the back. An awkward back pass now. Jordan and Percy moving forward together as a unit. 1:15 on the clock. There's the dump of a pass. Percy gets beaten on the dunk. And now ZPS underneath one. Down to Rodoko for the tie. They'll push it in at 1:10.
ZPS, real nice command here. Skips off the defender at the top of the box and just get right back around the back of the ball there to tip that around the high challenge. And who, of course, is there for it? None other than Rodoko. Nice equalizer late in the game, and it feels good to be able to fight back after having to just play some long clears and just try and stick challenges as best they could for a while.
Rodoko. The back wall, Percy. We'll get it back to the corner and carry it back up to midfield now with Jordan on top of him as well. Difficult read for the defenders. They'll just wait for the space to clear out. Push it to the corner. Now to go back on offense themselves. Air pass one, pass into Percy, blocked in the midfield. Jordan will try to trap this one. Can he find a dribble? Gets it underneath one. He's out of boost though, and ZPS will just take his time, taking control through one player. Nobody home in the net. That's the Knights with the lead in 30 seconds left in the game.
Real tough situation. Two players caught in the midfield. One wants the boost and one wants the challenge. Magic Bear decides now's the time to be aggressive out of the backfield, but he is just a touch too late. And ZPS makes him pay. A great shot to the back post. And since the other two players are too far up, can't make it back, and now they really got to press here.
Rodoko goes for the catch instead of the boom, and the ball will stay in the orange. ZPS having to back up on this one. Gets a soft touch, but there's some struggle of a positioning for Kinsey. Magic Bear travels to dribble it in, stops it on two. The rotation in from the corner clears it out, and it's over to the teammate Rodoko. They'll get the ball back to midfield on an improbable defensive stand. Now Jordan off the backboard, taps it past two. Rodoko just barely gets a bumper onto it with 3 seconds left. It's a 1-goal game. Here comes Magic Bear. He's got Jordan in the midfield, onto the backboard. Rodoko, ZPS, full flow on boost. Soft touch is off the crossbar and down. Knights will take it. Oh my goodness.
And Jordan's going to be disappointed that it didn't go in, but it was an understandable miss. He had to let a Pittsburgh Knights player go over his head first before he could jump for that ball. It was not a clean approach. He was contested and unfortunately just not able to get behind that ball and just squeeze it under the crossbar. Tough break for Alpine off what I thought was a good game one, but one little mistake, a little bit too far in the aggression. And unfortunately for them, Pittsburgh Knights able to turn in a good one despite an absolute banger of an opener from Jordan in this one.
Yeah, brilliant first goal. It looked like it was going to set the tone for the match, but then just being open on defense, both the goals here from the Knights onto an overcommitted defense that just left things open. And that very end, the Knights did just enough there to get that stop. Because like you said, like both the defenders pretty much out of boost, but just enough of a challenge on that first man to make it really difficult for the shooter for Alpine. And he wasn't able to just tuck it under the crossbar, and the Knights will take that win. I felt like Alpine here in game number one, there was many opportunities they were going for that were just so telegraphed. It was very clear, all right, there's a player in the midfield, he's going to pass to him. The defender's already on top of that shooter, and they're choosing to go for it anyways. Choosing to go and just take the, like, oh, we'll just make the pass. Surely it'll work. And no, it doesn't work.
Yeah, because it feels like they're willing to take that aggression because they know that if the pass gets through, they've already committed so hard on some of those off-ball demo plays that they're willing to commit for. So Alpine, I think, a little bit less concerned with the telegraphing and just trying to cause the chaos and see if they can squeeze one through a gap if they create one.
Here's Rodoko to start things off in game number two. Knights narrowly take game number one. We'll look to build on it here. Alpine was a solid position earlier in the day to go up to 2-0, and then dropped it on a reverse sweep to go beat some other teams in the league. Had to go take down Jamal Jabari 3-1, and now here against the Knights looking for that win. Both teams looking to get through to next week on a win in this series. Kinsey will take the boost to midfield, slowing things down for just a moment. Rodoko a demolition on a Magic Bear, and leaves Jordan alone in the corner against ZPS. Percy up here gets a bump on the Kinsey as ZPS will try to control this and pushes it to the corner. Now Jordan, high, challenged by Kinsey. The pinch goes to the opposite corner. And now Percy versus Rodoko, same thing here. This time Percy will win. ZPS with a high clear. Magic Bear already has the read, and he's got a little bit of boost to try and stretch for this one. Gets it off the backboard. Kinsey will try to follow it off the bounce. There was no deep commit on a shot, though. So Alpine won't get anything out of that one. We're still scoreless here. 3:40 left to go in game two.
Yeah, that one completely in the hands of Magic Bear. It's just, do you have enough to get all the way behind the ball? And bit of an awkward scenario here for Alpine. They make a misread, and that means Pittsburgh Knights with some extra space. There's that pressure from ZPS on the goal line. And Alpine now the ones being forced to clear the ball right into Pittsburgh Knights' hands here.
Magic Bear takes it to the wall. Now the pass to Jordan. Read by ZPS on the second touch. Now off the backboard. Percy booms it to the corner. Rodoko doesn't actually get a touch on this, and Jordan will pass in the midfield to Percy. Rodoko follows along with it after the first whiff, and now Kinsey will just take a shot just barely wide. Magic Bear clears it to the corner, and Jordan and Magic Bear will tag team this one across midfield. Now Magic Bear out of boost, through one, lofted in front. Percy onto the backboard. Is Jordan there? No, it was Jordan that got the pass, and Percy now looking for a shot. Put it way too high, though. Nothing even approaching the net. Kinsey will get demolished in the midfield as Alpine tries to retake control here, but getting it to midfield not been a problem. The double tap. Oh, defended. It's just too slow. The defenders have plenty of time to get there. The Knights aren't able to get that first goal.
Rodoko even getting that ball towards the back post, impressive enough. Thankfully, Jordan with the quick reactions to be able to go up there and get it. But still, both teams, I think, just a little bit short on the execution department. I think Magic Bear is having a good showing defensively. A lot of good covering clears if his teammates get put in tight spots off some balls towards the backboard. But how long can Alpine keep that up? They need to really start getting command of the ball.
Magic Bear pushes into this corner. Taking underneath one. Pinched with Kinsey. This one's on target. Percy's got to get there, and he doesn't, actually. The longest range team pinch I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh,
the shot can't be longer.
I just went to Percy's camera. He's in position the entire time, and as soon as Magic Bear starts going for that challenge that goes horribly wrong, he turned ball cam off to pick up the corner boost. So if he had ball cam on, he would have made it back because he would have seen it. But like, he turned it off at just the wrong time. That is just brutal.
Dude, it's when you're holding the corner for 45 seconds in a tactical shooter. Great save, by the way. And then like, okay, cool, now I'm gonna check my mini map. The moment you decent, pop you in the head. You're kidding, right? Win some, lose some there as the Knights take the lead in game 2 on a pinch gone wrong. Now off the backboard, the goalie's not going to get much of this one. Knights a little bit exposed here, but Rodoko's able to pop it high just enough to buy time for his teammates to get sorted out behind them, and very little challenge there from Alpine. They're given a lot of space in the midfield at this moment. There's Magic Bear up to Jordan. Jordan tries to dismount the wall, gets it off the backboard. Here's Magic Bear to tie the game to the far side. He's going to need some help, but he gets it there off the post. What a read to tie it.
Absolutely, what a read. It's enough to think that this one got there in the first place. It's a great float towards the back post, but the recognition to understand that one's coming back out, I mean, even from Magic Bear's perspective, it looks like that first shot's in. So real nice job understanding it's coming right back to him to stick with it and not just give up on it. And a crucial late game equalizer, giving Pittsburgh Knights a bit of their own medicine here.
On one hand, it is a do they tie? Oh, they were going to take the lead right there. CPS now trying to look for a counterattack. All the way down into the box. Magic Bear and Jordan. There's one bump. It's helped pave the way. Getting the ball to midfield. Not been a problem at all for Alpine. Getting it into the box. Creating scoring opportunities. That's where things have been breaking down here in game 2. They've had to play a lot of defense.
Real awkward double commit there from Alpine as well. Oh. Able to rally. That's a nice bump from Rodoko. Will force Alpine to give the ball up and see if Pittsburgh Knights get the last couple chances here, but not before this one from the midfield.
Pass game strong here for Alpine. 9 seconds left in a tie game. Overtime lurking on the horizons. Knights going to try and finish it off here in regulation. They've got the ball deep in enemy territory. There's the pass. A block from Magic Bear will push it to the corner, and we will see overtime. Game 2, Knights looking for match point.
Yeah, Magic Bear with 3 saves, but to me, the bigger stat would be his total clear numbers. He's made a lot of big plays in terms of keeping Pittsburgh Knights off the backboards or catching crucial rebounds.
Oh,
as it last, it was a good pass, but well too far in front of Magic Bear. And again, Alpine, you're right. They're not shy about telling you what they're going to do, but that doesn't stop them.
Oh, this shot dangerous. Magic Bear barely able to cover it up, and he'll finally fill up his tank. He had been empty for a while, but the ball still right here in front of their goal. Magic Bear should be able to turn on this and get this one finally out of their half. He's got Percy in the midfield, but in overtime, how much are they going to commit? Here comes Jordan. Percy falls back. Magic Bear looks for the bump. Rodoko dodges the bump and gets the save. And now Kinsey, the ball goes straight to him on the counterattack. Here comes Kinsey and CPS into the box. Magic Bear up for the block and gets it back out into Pittsburgh Knights territory. The first minute to come and go here with fireworks on both sides.
Exactly, and it's touches like that that are being real annoying for the Pittsburgh Knights because, I mean, that's a tough enough play to follow as a defender, but to make the touch and have it have such distance past the midfield line and force you to approach the attack all the way from your own half again, so frustrating after you're making big touches.
What a challenge for Percy. Forcing them to hit their brakes and actually touch the ball back into their own half. Knights very confused here. CPS comes out of goal. Where was he going? He must have not seen Jordan.
Who cares about seeing him? How do you stop this? Kinsey's right there. ZPS is thinking, wait, my teammate didn't get that? And he nails the flip reset. Oh, mama.
That was pretty. What a goal.
What a goal indeed. That was sick.
Dude.
Wow.
Both the goals here were wonderful. Jordan makes something out of nothing. That was brilliant. And Magic Bear's shot, I kind of want to go back to here as they'll probably roll the replays here in a moment. Magic Bear's shot, he was going onto the post, and you said it, even from his perspective, it kind of looks like it's probably just in.
Oh, yeah.
But the funny thing is like, what a hustle, right? There's either it's in and what you're doing now doesn't matter, or it's out and going off to the corner and there's nothing you're gonna be able to do about it, or it's coming straight back at you. So he covers the one thing he possibly can do in that moment, just in case. Even if it's not it could be a read, or it could just be pragmatism covering things up there. I thought that was excellent from them. Wonderful way to bounce back here in game 2.
Yeah, 2 massive goals, 100% for Alpine Esports. Absolutely having to put in the work to get both of them. And a disappointing loss for Pittsburgh Knights. You really thought that they played a pretty solid game overall, but stellar defensive performance from Magic Bear all around, including Jordan and Percy, obviously doing their fair share of the defensive work, but a lot of good potential opportunities denied before they could really get started in that game 2.
Well, we'll get into game 3, tied up at 1 apiece, and here comes Alpine right out of the gate. Magic Bear gets the first goal.
Magic Bear might have got the goal, but Jordan does all the work. I mean, this is that's a sick touch.
That's so good. Especially the 2 touches, both of them. One to set it up, and then the other to actually get the pass. That was brilliant.
Wow. Man, you weren't kidding, Wave. Jordan opened it up with a banger, and then, yeah, it's his day.
Magic Bear puts the brakes on one, goes for the air dribble on the other. ZPS gets up and reads it. Now Jordan off the wall. He's got 12 boosts to work with. Actually gets a dunk out of it, but can happily pick up control and take it to the air. Percy falls back, waits for gravity to do its thing, and then tries to take over in the corner. Magic Bear out. Percy just filled up the tanks. He'll get 1 touch over the offense, and Jordan calls him off, looking for a double tap, and blocked on the goal line by ZPS. And now looking for it down the other end. Magic Bear gets bumped by Rodoko, but still manages to get in ZPS's face, so he doesn't have a free shot. Alpine holding on to their lead.
And Pittsburgh Knights, again, being forced to just delay some of these more difficult touches. Jordan continuing to put pressure on the defense. Kinsey sneaks it through, but unfortunately, not all the way to the goal line, and Rodoko with a big challenge, but too far away is the support. And Pittsburgh Knights a little bit disjointed here on the offense. It's good pressure, and they're winning the challenges, but they're not in position to follow up, and they're really just trying to play keep away until they can hopefully get reset.
3:38 on the clock. Jordan over the top of one. Magic Bear challenging as well in the corner. ZPS will pop it over the top of both of them. Here comes Percy from the back line. Kinsey gets it off of his own backboard. Now Jordan will slowly take control. He's got the midfield boost. He's looking for the pass to Percy. Percy up for it. Puts it on target. Nearly hits Jordan's butt for what would have been the coolest goal. But here comes Magic Bear. He's going for prettiness all by himself. Gets blocked. Prettiness doesn't score you extra points, bud.
But it does make the defense think a lot of times.
It sure can. The Knights have had to play a lot of defense right now.
Absolutely. Not a bad game still, though. Only a couple okay looks at goal for Alpine.
Here's Percy. Right there in front of the box. It's frustrating to have the ball that close to the goal, but still not really have a shot. Rodoko out of the corner will play it all the way into Alpine's back third. Now Jordan will look for Magic Bear. Soft touch, just goes for it himself. ZPS up for it quickly, and he might beat Percy here. No, it'll go to the corner.
And the demo.
Now Magic Bear up with ZPS. Kinsey gets one on Percy.
Really just a slow pickup there from Alpine. They had a double commit in the midfield. They won the challenge, and they had the demo on the back line, but that challenge must have gone just wrong enough to where no one could pick it up. Percy with a nice power slide catch to get back behind the ball and tip this one towards the goal. Right here with the wave dash land, and oof. Ooh.
He's like, that's the change lane shot. Like, cool, let's get over to the left here. Yep, thank you very much. Passy on the right. And we've got another one, 2-0 now for Alpine. This has been a dribbly kind of series for them.
Yeah.
As we see Knight now trying to take some shots on the other end, but a little bit high. Magic Bear gets a demolition on the Kinsey. We'll see him end up with the ball in the corner there, just too high over Jordan. Jordan didn't read the pass. Now Percy. ZPS the only player standing here for the Knights on defense. The pressure comes through. Kinsey gets another save. Jordan looking for another double tap. Rodoko clears it away before he can touch it. Now Percy in to the corner. There's Magic Bear. Through two. He's got help. Just looks for the flip reset, or the late flip use.
Second time he's done that too, and look at the control from Alpine so far. And again, a real good defensive showing from Pittsburgh Knights, getting put in a lot of awkward spots, turning away some tough approaches. And again, here's that flip reset. They get it back, but ZPS up well and early. And that's a real nice job from ZPS. It's a very delicate thing to be able to control your flight when you're going up to challenge those air dribbles that turn into the flip resets, because it's so easy to jump too high and just let them fake you and then get that flip reset right into the top of the goal. So ZPS well controlled on that approach.
And Pine has been going for so many fakes, so many bumps, just generally overall arrogant, disrespectful play, and it's so much fun to watch. And they're like, we got these guys. They're not smart. We can win this series, and they are. They have tied it up, and they're looking to take the lead right now. ZPS, nice touch pass, one towards the goal. Jordan's got to be there and gets it away before the pressure comes in. Rodoko's got another chance. Jordan's got to be there again. Gets to stop it. Kinsey traps it once more, puts it towards the goal, and Magic Bear comes in from the corner to get it away. Knights trying to get on the board here in the final 18 seconds.
And now that's annoying. You felt like the Knights should have been able to walk away with one, undoubtedly. But again, that Alpine defense pulls out some big goal line plays. Last couple chances, they need to score now.
Yeah, right now. And that now is now past. They can no longer take the win in this game. Alpine will take that one 2-0. We break our streak of 2-1 games. And man, can I just talk for a moment about Magic Bear's use of his flip in this game? The guy reads so quickly. It enables him to take shots and be in positions for blocks that most players would not be able to do, because he understands if I flip right now, I will be directly on level with the ball when it happens. He jumps off the ceiling in moments where he's able to get down quickly and take a shot. Luckily, the defense was always right there for him. We didn't see any of these goals go in, but the guy flips so well. He is so, and the reads, the speed at which he reads enables him to use that flip in a way other players just don't.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the ability to understand that all goes back to car control fundamentals, and Magic Bear definitely putting that on display. Unfortunately, not able to demonstrate that effectiveness on the offensive side with some of the flips, but you're absolutely right. On the defensive side and in the challenges, he's definitely coming through in a big way on that side of things for Alpine. ZPS, I think, played a nice series for the Pittsburgh Knights. Kinsey and Rodoko had a couple of chances to put the ball away, and you're right. Alpine's defense absolutely won them that game 3, but I would not be surprised to see this go to game 5. I think Pittsburgh Knights have put together some real good approaches on offense. And the question is, does Alpine's defense continue to produce?
Well, they had the Alpine had a few very scrappy defensive moments as well. Just kind of just diving back in and luckily being right where the shot was. It wasn't a thorough, methodical, sorry, you're just never really getting a meaningful look at the net sort of defense. So definitely leaves some room for the Knights to find a way in. Also leaves some room for highly entertaining play. As Jordan tries to push it through. Percy, I think he got a flip reset off that, but the gravity will push him into the ground before he can use it. Now Kinsey dumps it into the box. Magic Bear and Jordan both cover it up, but Magic Bear's got all of this one, and that means that they've got a nice counterattack positioning here. Jordan tried to take the shot. Now Percy is up for the block on ZPS. There has to change his read, and it's back into the blue. Magic Bear on that back line will boom it. Kinsey immediately will respond with a boom of his own. Shot placed to the bottom corner. Just barely wide. Here's Magic Bear up against ZPS. Off the wall. Bounces dangerous. Jordan and ZPS read it together. Rodoko demolish the net. Can Jordan get it on target? No, but Magic Bear can. No! Blocked by ZPS. They commit all the players for this drive, and the defense just barely holds for the Knights.
Big cover up from ZPS. Percy going for the dunk off the crossbar, and Alpine so close, and that Alpine is exactly what it's been like for PK to play against you guys. That's what it's been like.
Oh, Jordan puts it onto the backboard, and Kinsey gets it away. Magic Bear tries. Now Jordan in. ZPS has to get the block. It's out to Rodoko. Does he get it for free? No. Jordan takes it away, and now Percy took it away, and Jordan looks for goalies. Magic Bear's got the ball all alone in his back third. It's a flick over 1, pop over 2, up against Rodoko. Low on boost. Rodoko gets the ball before he can and just plays it to the ceiling. And we're constantly seeing Alpine here. Oh, nice hounding, and then Percy gets away from it and still gets the block. What a defender.
Can they produce? Absolutely. Kinsey with a chance, but a small gap, and Magic Bear is able to get there as well. And again, a big save. ZPS stretching, and he will make it coming off the sidewall.
What a defensive showing. Here comes ZPS up against Jordan. Gets blocked, and Percy will chase. Onto the backside. There's Magic Bear onto an empty wall. He's going to follow this one up. Rodoko gets the touch, gets demolished for his efforts, and now Percy takes up control. Blocked, now pushes Kinsey off the ball. It's kind of rule number 1. I don't know. Magic Bear over here to Jordan. Get it over with another. 2:12 on the clock. We're past halftime. Both teams with excellent scoring opportunities and both teams with magical stands on the goal line.
It's a tight one here. Not too much going in terms of the midfield battle. It's really how do you handle the long clears, the big passes, and the touches out of the corner. Has been the deciding factor in this series. It's not so much of we're in position and we're ready to fight you at the midfield line. It's just you got to be on the ball with your receives on defense.
100%. The ball is spending most of its time in the corners, and it's about how do you get it out of the corner and into the box. Once you break out of your corners, getting it to the other enemy corner usually has not been the hard part. Rodoko onto the backboard here. Magic Bear, and what a read. My goodness, and Kinsey just a bit slow on what could have been a free shot. Magic Bear has had so many opportunities to touch this ball for free. And I think it's really been a thorn on the side of Knights, but you can't touch the ball if it doesn't exist for a moment. Knights get on the board.
They finally had enough. This Rodoko buys enough time just letting that ball roll to bring up the defender and have the support from his offense behind him to finally have the ability to arrive on time. And as soon as it skips into the middle, he is full committed. He's like, we're not giving you a chance to even make the save.
Just remove the defenders. It's a good way to stop them from doing their thing. ZPS with a miss in the midfield. Rodoko's going to try and collapse on this quickly. So Magic Bear looks for a pass outwards. And final minute, Knights have the lead. They're looking to force game 5. Onto the side. Back away. Here's Jordan up against Kinsey. Into the corner. Percy to follow. Pinch pass. Too high. Kinsey looks to trap. Magic Bear takes it on his whiff. And now pass 2. All to Rodoko in goal. Goes for the slow play. It's in front of the box. Kinsey nearly own goals it. Now Jordan with the attempt.
Kinsey even understanding that play was going to develop that way blows my mind. In my head, as soon as they missed that ball off the wall, I thought Alpine was going to equalize. So, Kinsey, you have obviously spent a lot of time in the library and are very smart.
I did say he nearly owned goals, but it's more of the like, all right, they're about to take the shot. What if I take the shot for him and make it really bad? That's exactly what he did. 5 seconds left. Knights have the position. They've got the lead, and it's looking like game 5 going to be coming in here. Knights take game 1 and game 4 to force the decider here. The winner of this next game qualifies for next week.
It does indeed go all the way for Knights and Alpine, and I, for one, am glad it has been. It's always nice to see a departure from what we normally see with a lot of the, who wins the midfield battle, gets the midfield boost, wins the challenges, sets up the tent, blah, blah, blah. No, boom the crap out of the ball, make really nice challenges and approaches out of the corner, and it's forcing the offenses to make big plays to get the ball into a scoreable position, and it's demanding aggression from both sides, and the defense is playing real well for both teams. And the only way that the Knights came out with the win here was they actually slowed pace of play down for just a minute and then turned it into a demo. So a real nice job from Knights to switch things up, turn it into a goal, and they're going to the final 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm a little worried for Alpine here going into this game. Magic Bear, we talked about it just for a little bit in the middle of that series. He had a lot of space. There was multiple times where he just got completely free touches, and they went completely shut out. The Knights scoring the only goal in that game, and they start off with some aggression here in game 5. Move on to Champions Field. Shot towards the goal from Alpine. Here comes the second one. They get it behind the defense and just barely sneak this one under the crossbar. He's not going to miss this time. That's Alpine with the lead.
Very small gap to find here. Percy with a nice read, and Kinsey's covering the big part of the net. That's the right idea. But Jordan, he's having a day, sees the lane, gets right behind the ball, and just squeezes it right past the defender there into the top center of the goal.
Magic Bear also switching to Octane here for Game 5. We'll see if the card change helps him play. Jordan now up. That's past one. He follows it up himself. Now rotate out. Magic Bear painted ostentatiously here. Percy takes a shot. 2 quick touches from the Knights. Move the ball back to midfield. Jordan booms it to the backboard. ZPS carries it to his corner. Now up against Jordan on the side. Jordan will win the 50-50. Rodoko pushes it out to midfield. Magic Bear's waiting for it, but a second touch from Rodoko gets it past him. And now Percy all the way back down, looking for Jordan in enemy territory. Intercepted back to midfield. Magic Bear wins a challenge. Rodoko's got control of this one for free. Gets 2 touches onto the backboard. Magic Bear at midfield off the bounce.
Ooh, this is awkward.
He gets 2 touches in front. Percy looks for it, but the defense, they just read it out of the corner, and all is blocking at the point of contact, but ZPS all by himself. That's 1. Here's 2. Jordan puts it in. Alpine's got a 2-goal lead.
Magic Bear handles a questionable dribble, turns it into a demo, and is able to turn around and catch the clear to the corner and again put it into the middle. So the demo, the one play that pays dividends there for Alpine, and a 2-goal lead, which in this series could certainly be decisive.
I don't know. I think this Octane made of Play-Doh just might be the key. Magic Bear brings out some magic juju.
It does look like Play-Doh. Wow.
I feel like my 6-year-old niece could have made this car. Down here comes a shot from ZPS. Upper 90, just barely high. Jordan blocked the follow-up. And here comes Rodoko. 3rd opportunity. Empty net. Percy tried, got harassed, but they just couldn't quite get it to far post. And then Percy gets the clear back to midfield. Knights yet to score here in the deciding game.
That is disappointing. And Kinsey, I think that's a frustration touch there, just trying to smash that ball into the upper right-hand corner. I think PK, no, they probably should have got a goal right there at one point or another. Just didn't make contact with a couple touches.
I don't mind Kinsey's just howitzer shot from midfield. You find like the team was under duress for a second. They buy some time. Alpine maybe for a second will be like, okay, we can breathe. Just put the shot right back on target. Keep making them be honest, but the shot was just wide. So it won't do any good. And Jordan's tiny touch there to pass to Percy on the respawn. How often do you respawn and actually touch the ball in the process?
And how often does it work out?
Yeah, how often is that not a terrible thing? Goes up into the corner. Kinsey versus Percy. 2:15. We're past halftime. 2-goal lead here for Alpine. They've been here before. They had a substantial lead on the team they played in the first round, the Sonics, in game number 3. Blew that lead and ended up getting reverse swept. They've got to close out this series here in game 5. And these 2 series, the only series they've played game 5.
Oh, man.
In our events.
Percy making a big
events.
diving stop there.
Oh, here comes Magic Bear. He's out of boost, though. He's going to be a long way back to home. Jordan will cut it off. And Percy looks for a clear. Jordan with a full tank stretches it. He's got lots of space to work with here. Well, lots of boost to work with, rather. ZPS will take away the space. 1.5 minutes. Percy onto the backboard. Here's Magic Bear. Back across. ZPS now on the dribble. Past 1. Can he get it past Percy? No. Into the corner. And now back to the goal. Can Kinsey stretch? He can. Percy couldn't quite find the dunk. Kinsey now with space. He's not going to have a ton of boost to work with, but it's enough to get him in front of the box. Here's ZPS uncontested. Jordan's got to read it, and he makes the stop. Oh, my goodness. And Percy finds a clear to block the second shot. What a defensive stand from Alpine.
Still plenty of time here for Pittsburgh Knights. ZPS trying to get back to that one, and Jordan somehow able to stay with the play after making the initial clear and block a second shot.
Here comes Magic Bear, flicked over the top, onto the backboard. ZPS wanted it for free, but it's taken away by Jordan. Percy looking for harassment in net. Kinsey up against Jordan. And they'll go through 2. ZPS into the corner. Magic Bear back in front of the box. Rodoko clears it away. 40 seconds left. They've got to find a goal quickly. If Knights want it, here's the goal. Kinsey puts it up for 90, and they make it exciting here in the final minute.
And Rodoko having to work a little magic, split the seam in 2 defenders. Magic Bear wanted to boost in the midfield, but saw it wasn't there. Tried to make the challenge, but had already allowed one small bit of space too many, whatever unit you measure in. I don't care. And Rodoko turns it into a sick pass to Kinsey.
Oh, I think they measure in egometers here in Rocket League. Here comes Percy looking to put the game away. 30 seconds left. They're only up by 1, a terrifying lead to have. It's above the goal and dangerous. Kinsey is very loose. A shot from Percy not going to be good. Here comes the follow from Magic Bear. Nails in the coffin from Percy. Pushes it over the top of 1, over 2.
Oh my goodness.
Is anyone in front of the box? Magic Bear's there, blocked by Kinsey. They keep themselves alive, but 10 seconds left. They've got to score. Back down the field. Jordan just tries to slow everything down, kill the momentum of this ball. They're burning time with every touch. Jordan into the corner. Can he put it into the ground? The clock's out. They got to keep it in the air. Kinsey over to the ZPS. Onto the back wall. Oh, and there's 2 players there from Alpine. They get it past the ball, and Alpine take it in 5.
Talk about Percy stealing that one away. I mean, getting that double touch was massive. Good effort from the Knights from about the 15-second mark just to keep the game alive in terms of not letting it get away with that second goal. But they had too many things to manage at one time. Challenge the ball, fall back so if your first guy gets beat, it doesn't turn into a free goal. Find boost in the currently boost-starved half of the field and get the ball up so we can keep trying to go. It was just too many plates to juggle. One of them had to fall, and Percy smashed them all to the ground.
Man, yeah, no, and they were starting to light up there at the end. Love the touches from Alpine in the midfield. They really did. I feel like overall, trying to think back through the whole series, I feel like Alpine controlled the midfield the most. And the dribble game, too. The dribble game from Alpine was kind of that X factor, I think, that gave them the edge in the times when they needed it there. But the defense here, the final game from Alpine, really the story, as they're able to hold them to just 1 goal.
Yeah, I think the defense for both teams was really the big takeaway. They both played a phenomenal series of trying to keep the other team off the boards, but you're right. The big difference maker was some massive dribble plays, some huge clutch shots from Alpine early on in the series, and that is just enough to propel them to a win here and make stage 2.
They'll make stage 2, 3-1. Not quite the 3-0 I thought they were going to make it for, but the Knights, I said that they would make it in 3-2, and they're going to have to do it 3-2 if they want to make it to the next week. We'll see them maybe a little bit later on. Chad, we've got a few more games to go here on the broadcast before we're done for this week. Next, coming up, Envy returns back to the pitch, facing off against Omelet. Who's able to qualify for next week? Stick around. Find out after the break.